The nighttime is the right time, and we're going racing from Moon Speedway for the first official night race of the 2013 season for the Junior Rocks NASCAR 1 350. All three of these drivers hoping to have better luck than Dale Earnhardt Jr. did this past Sunday at Michigan, blowing up his engine in his Chevrolet going into turn number 1. Tonight's points-paying event, a very, very hard night of racing for Chad Lindberger, as he looks at the points book from last year when Steve Brown had a deficit of 7 points. Tonight, Chad Lindberger has a deficit of only 4 points as he tries to make headway in the points. Bill Steinbach coming off a win in the last race here at Moon Speedway as Steve Brown tries to pick up yet his 4th win of the 2013 season. So get ready for some rough and ready nighttime racing.
I came out of the darkness with a bullet in my hand.
Getting ready to go green in the feature event for the Junior Rocks NASCAR 1 350. Bill Steinbach on the pole, Chad Lindberger in second, and Steve Brown in third. Get ready for some rough and ready night racing. One, go.
Green flag is out, and the headlights need to be turned on as they come down the back straightaway to complete lap number 1. Chad Lindberger has the lead over Bill Steinbach and Steve Brown. Steinbach now has the top spot over Steve Brown as Lindberger's mired back in 3rd spot. Yellow flag already on lap number 3 for a big pileup down the back straightaway. Track maintenance team sorting things out for this restart. You have Bill Steinbach on the outside, and that looks like Chad Lindberger in the middle lane. Steve Brown comes around. He'll be on the bottom. Green flag is back out. 3 abreast out of turn number 2.
Lindberger cuts through the center line and gets stuck on the tire wall, but continues to move in 3rd place, a completely legal move in the league now. We have a yellow flag on lap number 4, as there's a car upside down. In turn number 4, Steve Brown will go out and pick his car up, put it on all 4 tires, and he will have the outside lane as he comes around for this restart, causing the caution.
Green flag is back out. Steve Brown went up onto the outside retaining wall coming after the restart line, and it looks like he'll have an accident in turn number 4. That will wave another yellow flag here on lap number 5. As you can see the track maintenance team sorting out some go-kart tires on the backstretch. Steinbach comes around. Green flag is back out as a moth takes a nice flyby. And there's a big pileup in turn 3 that goes all the way to turn 4 with all 3 cars. Brown pulls away first. Steinbach and Lindberger are now on the tail end of the lead lap.
Brown has a massive lead now and has actually put Lindberger 1 lap down and is catching up to Steinbach real quick, trying to draft as we see Lindberger's car floundering on the cone there. Lap number 9. Take a look at what happened to his yellow Chevrolet. He just gets hooked onto the cone, and it looks like his left rear tire is still on the track a little bit, bouncing.
Lindberger comes around in the middle lane. Green flag is back out, lap 10. Side by side out of turn number 4 for the lead. Steinbach back in 3rd place. Steve Brown being very aggressive out of turn number 4 on Bill Steinbach there.
Lindberger out in front. There's a fight for second as they were too wide on that previous lap, but lap 15 is here, and Lindberger now has quite the advantage, almost putting the other 2 drivers a lap down, but he goes to the outside of both walls on both sides of the track, and that'll have him lose a little bit of ground. He's about a half a lap ahead of these 2, and they're still fighting for second. Brown has it right now, and Steinbach cuts close to the cone and almost takes it away from him, but hits the cone in turn number 1 on lap 21.
Bill Steinbach had his right foot glued to the floor there, trying to get around Steve Brown. Steve Brown, in fact, will come around for this restart on the bottom lane of the race. Actually, correction, that's Bill Steinbach coming around. Low light conditions, hard to identify the cars, and there's a big flip out of turn number 4. Yellow flag is out.
All right, here it is. They go down to turn number 4, really aggressive with Brown mired back in 3rd place. He doesn't like to sit there, so he'll just wreck Steinbach, push him up into the outside wall there, cement wall. Green flag 3 wide at the start-finish line, and they're going to go down the backstretch with, a caution actually for, looks like Steve Brown. You can see the light on his controller up there as he walks out to get his car going, and he'll come around on the inside lane. Look at Lindberger's body.
All twisted up. But Chad Lindberger, that spoiler does not look like it's affecting the handling on that race car as there's a flip right at the start-finish line on lap 27. We might have another camera angle of this shot, seeing if we do. We do not. Green flag is back out. Limburner has the lead into turn number 3. Steinbach and Brown way back in the back straight. Steve Brown wrecks going into turn number 3, hitting that cone on lap 29, bringing out yet another caution flag. Steve Brown will come around for this restart, have the bottom lane, the preferred line.
Now we're hearing from the track that the drivers are having a lot of trouble seeing their tires, which is why we see them hit the cone a lot. Those open-wheeled cars, it's very hard to see the black tires in the pitch-black darkness here as we restart the race again with Limburner leading and Brown trying to take a bite out of that lead, but will not as he hits the cone in turn 3.
Looks like Steve Brown has taken the lead. He's on the tail end of the lead lap as Chad Limburner still in the lead. Big accident out of turn number 4 on lap 35. Bill Steinbach is able to continue rolling. There's some cones, as you can see in the bottom portion of your screen. They're right in the middle of the racing groove as these drivers come up off the corner. And that is having to make them adjust their driving lines. Chad Limburner comes across the racetrack onto the front stretch. Here it is again. And this will be the first green-white checkered attempt of a possible 3. Here it is again. You can see him going straight clear across the racetrack in the path of Steve Brown, who had to take an evasive move to not hit Chad Limburner. Chad comes around. Green flag is back out. Gets into Bill Steinbach hard as Steve Brown has the lead. White flag is out. On for second between Bill and Chad. Steve wrecks out of turn number 4, but who got second place? It looks like it may have been Bill Steinbach, but it's way too early to tell. Here it is again. Okay, you can see right there, Steve Brown in the wall, gets going once again. Steinbach on the bottom, Chad on the outside. And you can see it's very hard to tell who got second spot. Here it is one more time. And it looks, in fact, to me, it looks like Bill Steinbach got the spot.
Yeah, and that's the word we're hearing on the track. As you can see, this other camera angle, it just looks like Limburner got a little too slanted, did not hit the gas fast enough, and looks like he tried to take Steinbach out at the end, but that will not work, and it will not even get him second place. He will get third place points for the event today. And wow, what a close finish. Too bad that was not for the lead this evening. But really a great race, and you know, Brown having a lot of trouble on that last lap. That was almost a race for first place as he spun out in turn number 4, but he did get the win. Congratulations to him, and congratulations to Steinbach for pulling out that on a close racing. Just nose of the car.
An action-packed event with an action-packed finish with Steve Brown picking up the win. We'll see you next time here on the Three Rivers RC Racing Channel.